The latest Honda Civic versus the latest Honda Accord. Well, that's what we're comparing in this video here at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. We don't want to waste your time, so we're going to dive in and start talking. But just don't forget to like and subscribe, as we truly need. Appreciate your guys' support. A quick shout out to Folsom Lake Honda here in Folsom, California for providing us these vehicles for this comparison, as well as if you have something for us to film. Here's our email below. Emails, we'll talk details later. And guys, one more thing. I want to emphasize these lasfit liners here in this video because probably the best liner on the market. This is for the 2022 and newer Honda Civic, but lasfit liners do have liners for Hondas, things like the HR-V, the Honda Accord, the CR-V, and so many more other manufacturers. I'm going to show you guys why I put these exact liners in my vehicle. I'm not testing for that because I actually put them in my cars, okay? So let's go ahead and bring the cars to you guys so we don't want to piss you guys off in this video. So, powertrains of the latest Honda Civic Sport Hybrid versus the latest Honda Accord Sport Hybrid. Now, 2.0 liters, 4-cylinder engines in both, eCVTs, electronic, continuously variable transmissions. Now, numbers change in regards to horsepower and torque. On the Honda Accord, you're getting 204 horsepower with 134 pounds-feet of torque. MPG numbers is 47 city with 41 highway and a 12.8 gallon gas tank size versus the Honda Civic. Now the Honda Civic is coming in 200 horsepower, so 4 less horsepower with 234 pounds-feet of torque. Now, MPG numbers are better than the Honda Accord, of course. You're getting 50 city, which is 3 more to the city than the Honda Accord. And the Civic is coming in on the highway at 47, which is 6 miles to the gallon better on the highway. Gallon gas tank, 10.6 gallons, so it's a smaller gallon gas tank size. And let's talk about front ends. Now, front ends, if you guys want to know kind of off the bat what I like better, it's going to be the Honda Civic on the front end because Honda Accord looks a little bit more softer, a little bit more kind of the family vibes, where the Honda Civic is a bit more younger feel. Headlights are both LED front headlights. You're going to get a slightly different design, but they do resemble each other. We have blacked out housing inside. We have the hazards up top with the daytime running lights, as well as the parking markers integrated into the headlight. Active relive air vents here on the corner of the bumper fascia of the Civic. We have matte black plastic trim going across that Sport Hybrid trim and up on the grille, right? So that's pretty much no high gloss black here on the front. But if we shoot over to the Sport Hybrid Accord, now, as you guys can see, we kind of have the same resemblance on the headlight, but we have LED, blacked out housing, and the daytime running lights and the hazards are up here with the parking markers. Dropping down, we still have the active relive air vents, just a bit more rounded off, more soft looking on the cuts of the front bumper fascia. And you get high gloss black upper grille. So that's a plus on the Accord, with the lower grille being in the matte black plastic. Now, if we come over to the side of the vehicle, now I'm going to mention to you guys, I have to pull out my phone and bring to you guys the dimensions because dimensions, just too many numbers to remember. Starting with the Honda Accord. Now, Honda Accord is coming in at 196 inches in length versus 185 inches in length. So it's 11 inches longer on the Honda Accord. Now, we're talking about width, 73 inches of width on the Honda Accord with 71 inches width on the Civic, 2 inches wider on the Honda Accord. And then you got about the same exact height, about the 56 to 57 inches on the height. Wheelbase on the Honda Accord is 111 inches. Wheelbase on the Honda Civic is 108 inches on the wheelbase. Now, let's bring to you guys the wheel and suspension area. Honda Accord is coming in at a 235/40/19 rubber, and they're running the Goodyear Eagle Touring rubbers. 2 colors on the rim. We have machine surface silver with high gloss black. Suspension system is McPherson front strut suspension system with 4-disc wheel brakes. In comparison to the Honda Civic, you still have the same brand rubber, but a different submodel is going to be a Goodyear Assurance, and they're actually running a 235/40/18, so it's 1 inch smaller, but 1 color on the rim and a better design. I have to say I like the Civic rim better. Suspension system is still the front strut McPherson suspension with the 4-disc wheel brake as well around the car. Now, if we come over to I want you guys to pay attention to the body lines, all right? Slightly different. They do resemble each other. Then we come over to the side mirrors, a little bit bigger side mirror on the Honda Accord, a little bit more bubbly on the Civic. Dropping down, we still have the mud flaps on both with the painted rocker panel covers on the Civic, but not on the Accord. It's matte black plastic. I do like that richer look on the painted rocker panel of the Civic. Both have keyless fob entry on the 2 front doors, not on the back, okay? We have chrome trim up top on the window trim of the Accord with matte black plastic everywhere else. But here on the Civic, we have no chrome, just matte black plastic around. I also wanted to mention, guys, blind spot assist on both side mirrors. Come over to the rear. I want to show you guys just the doors. So you're going to get a lot of difference in the size of the doors. The Honda Accord doors are a whole lot bigger, as you guys can see. All right. And come over to the rear, both don't have gas caps inside. So it is very convenient. That's Honda. They do that on all of their vehicles, which probably one of my favorite parts of the vehicles. And you're going to see a lot of difference here in the back with regards to that 11-inch of length on the Honda Accord. And you still kind of have that sportback cut look here in the back of these sedans. If we come over here to the rear end, we're getting a spoiler on top of the Honda Accord trunk lid, LED rear taillights, and everything is LED here on the Honda Accord. That's a plus over the Civic because not everything is LED on the Civic. We have backup lights here as well as a camera here over that Folsom Lake Honda license plate. Hybrid Sport in the chrome as well as the Accord, to where the Civic in comparison gets everything blacked out. Dropping down, parking reflectors, matte black plastic lower bumper fascia trim, and your exhaust tip on both vehicles are tucked under the passenger side of the vehicle. Shooting over to the Civic, LED taillights, but the hazards or signals are going to be the halogen bulbs. Civic in the high gloss black, along with Sport and Hybrid in the high gloss black. A backup camera right over that license plate in the same area. And dropping down, we have just one little trim in the matte black plastic, finishing off with that urban gray exterior paint color, okay? Now we're gonna go ahead and open up the trunk of both vehicles. They both have electric buttons to open. But the Civic you have to assist to, whereas the Accord, it actually pops up by itself. Let's go ahead and give you cargo areas, starting with the Civic. So you're looking inside the Civic right now, 14.8 cubic feet of space inside the Civic. It doesn't come with a spare tire, but I want to show you guys a real quick pause, guys. Lasfit liners, again, it is slip resistant, rib design, and it does come with environmentally friendly material, and it's a 3D scanned design. So what do I mean by that? It hugs the contour of your vehicle or the mat very well in protecting that mat back here, okay? I can't emphasize this enough, guys, because I put these inside my vehicles. They are better than dealership mats, if you want me to actually be honest with you guys. I'm not trying to just make money off you guys. I'm actually giving you guys some real life advice. Now, under this is what it looks like. No spare tire with your tire situation going on. But you might want to remove that foam in both the Honda Accord and the Honda Civic and actually get a spare tire. That's a make it or break it for a lot of people. You also have levers here to drop those backrests down. Now let's go ahead and shoot over to the Honda Accord. Now the Honda Accord cargo is going to be bigger. So you're coming in at 16.7 cubic feet of space, so almost 2 more cubic feet of space inside the Honda Accord. And I have to say, guys, look at this is what I mean. This is OEM, right? Look how cheap this mat is versus our lasfit liner. Now we come over to the spare tire area. We have the tire situation going on again. I would probably just put a spare tire in there. It's a make it or break it for some people, as mentioned. We have the levers here to drop those backrests as well, all right? Now that we're pretty much done talking about the powertrain of both vehicles, showing you guys the exteriors, dimensions, and cargos, let's show you interiors. Before we continue with this video, if you find yourself in the Sacramento, California, or the greater Sacramento area like Rockland, Roseville, Elk Grove, and many other cities, if you need a passenger van rental for the friends and the family for the fun activities such as San Francisco, Napa Valley Wine Country, Yosemite, Lake Tahoe, Yellowstone, and many other places, use the link in the description below and rent from Vagabond Van Rentals. We also deliver. Thanks, guys. Let's go ahead and continue with this video. Now we're sitting inside the Civic, guys, and I want to mention to you guys that the MSRP price on the Sport Hybrid, as you guys probably want to know the prices too, this is coming in at $29,300 minus $5, okay? So it's literally sly of $29,300 versus the Honda Accord. I'm going to give you guys that price a little bit later. But I want to bring to you guys the interior of the Honda Civic Sport Hybrid. Now, starting with the seating surfaces, both vehicles, the Accord and the Civic Sport Hybrid, do come with cloth inserts, to whereas the Civic actually gets kind of a leather bolster here on the side. The Accord does not, okay? As well as the Accord does get electric driver seating controls, all right? The Civic, no electric controls. Both do get, the Accord and the Civic also get heated seats in both, okay? Now in front, the non-lockable glove compartment on the Civic versus a lockable glove compartment on the Accord. The trim work on the dashboard is going to be completely different, where we have a honeycomb design here in the Civic with high gloss black trim, to whereas the Accord is not going to have the honeycomb, okay? It's going to be a slightly different dashboard as well. If we come over to the infotainment screen, it's going to be that old style infotainment screen here in the Civic. Keep that in mind. The Honda Accord gets that new Honda interface with the 12.3-inch screen, so a big difference. Both of them do have the smartphone compatibility, so Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth system. They do have that. You're going to see a way better interface. This is very simple on the Civic, so this is what it looks like. I'm not going to go into depth, but dropping down, same exact unit pretty much inside both the Honda Accord and the Civic with the dual climate controls and the heated seat buttons. Dropping down, a little bit different on the USB-C plugins and the 12-volt outlet. The Honda Accord does get a wireless charging pad standard, but the Civics do not have the standard wireless charging pad. The leather-wrapped shift lever cup holders, and you're going to have one extra drive mode in the Accord. Okay, so here we have a sport, normal, and econ, to where the Accord actually gets an individual drive mode. Parking brake and brake hold. Keep an eye out for this whole center console design, as well as a removable tray and a center console with nothing in there. Up top, both do get the same exact system in regards to the manual visor, tilt slide moonroof option, controls with the LED lighting here, as well as the rear view mirrors are simple, straight to the point. Coming over to the steering wheel, both do come Accord and Civic Sport Hybrid, leather wrap steering wheel, and pretty much controls kind of resemble each other in regards to the controls for your crash warning, your cruise control here on the right, and on the left-hand side, we get the controls to your voice, source, and your media. You could also mess around with that partial digital cluster there in the front. We're going to acknowledge that there. All right. And you have a manual gauge on the right of the Civic, to whereas on the Accord, it is full digital, okay? We got levers, pretty much resemble each other. Windshield wiper lever on the right, lighting lever on the left. Come over to the left. We got few things going on here. A knob there to manage your lighting on your dashboard for the Civic. You don't get that in the Accord, and you don't get the traction control here as well. Okay, so in the Accord, there's nothing going on here. But the Accord does have the lid button down here. Okay, so keep that in mind, as well as the trunk lid is placed on the door panel of the Civic. The Accord is here, okay? This is what the door panel looks like in the Civic. All right, different design with the high gloss black trim, window switches, and side mirror switches. And I have to say, guys, 42 inches of legroom inside the Civic in the front versus the Accord, same exact, 42 inches in both. We're going to get the big change in the second row seating, but I want to finish off with one more thing here in the front. Front lasfit liners. Guys, look how well this does hug the contour of your floor. Remember, again, rib design. You're leaking stuff, water, fluid, you got mud, dirt, it's going to fall within the ribs, and environmentally friendly material of this lasfit liner. Why do I say that? Because you don't want your kids breathing the toxic chemicals of other liners, as well as, guys, they do not warp and they do come up the walls very nice. I'm going to show you guys the second row real quick, and then we're going to continue. Now, everybody, second row seating, you are going to have a smaller second row. Remember, I'm 6 feet 2 inches tall. You're getting 37 inches of legroom inside the Civic versus 41 inches inside the Accord. And granted, that's because of the 11-inch bigger body, and you're getting extra cargo, extra legroom on the second row. Head clearance on both is about the same, to whereas my hair is slightly touching each top liner in the Accord and in the Civic. Keep that in mind. What's slightly different is the armrest, okay? So the Civic does get kind of that pleather or leather armrest with the cup holders, to where the Accord, it's cloth wrap. You get a simple cloth insert here in the Civic as well, and both do have the one pocket on the back of the passenger seats. Another difference, huge difference, is the air vents. Civic doesn't get air vents, and Civic does not get USB-C plugins in the Sport Hybrid, to whereas in the Accord, you're getting the air vents and the USB-C plugins. Now, guys, I want to show you guys something. Check this out. Look at the Civic. lasfit liner inside. Look how well it goes under your seat and how it comes up the driveline tunnel. And we do know that your driveline tunnels do get completely turfed if you constantly have kids or passengers inside the vehicle. So again, save yourself some money. Use the coupon code in the description below with lasfit liner for your Civic, your Accord, your HRV, your CRV, and so many more manufacturers. Now let's go ahead and show you the Honda Accord interior. Now guys, I have to say, the exterior wins me over on the Civic, but the interior wins me over on the Honda Accord. Why do I say that? Because I feel the width inside here, a bit more airy feel, less claustrophobic, as well as the luxury inside the vehicle. And I'm going to show you guys that right now. The seating surfaces, a little bit more plush on the seats. You get electric controlled driver's seat, but both front seats do come heated, as I mentioned. They still resemble their kind of design where they got that little design here in the center insert of that cloth in the Civic and the Accord, but the thing is you get this exact design in the back as well, to where the Civic, you remember it was just a plain black rear bench cushion seat, okay? In front, we have lockable glove compartment on the Honda Accord versus non-lockable in the Civic, remember? Then you come up, you get that kind of straight-edged, what we call that, a diamond grille here on the design of that dashboard. High gloss black trim as well as matte black plastic, and this is the dashboard look. And we come over to the 12.3-inch infotainment screen, and I have to say this is what wins me over again. You get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, you have that new interface look. It just looks a whole lot more richer, Wi-Fi hotspot. You get the Bluetooth system, and let me show you what the camera looks like. Now, both have pretty much the same camera system. I just forgot to show you in the Civic what the camera system looks like. You get the volume knob here and your touch-sensitive controls here, to whereas on the Civic, you remember they have the hard buttons on the bottom of that small screen. Dropping down, remember I told you the same unit with the dual climate controls, heated seats, pretty much resemble each other. USB-C plugins, but no 12-volt outlet here. That's because our 12-volt outlet in the Accord is placed inside the center console. Wireless charging pad, that's another big one. Square cup holders inside the Accord with the manual shift lever, pretty much the same shift lever, but you get one extra drive mode, and that is going to be the individual. This is what it looks like. You can do your own settings, all right? And then we come over to the E electronic button there, or the EV auto, parking brake, brake hold, and this is where your 12-volt outlet is. The center console is a bit more wide. Up top, remember I told you guys pretty much the same thing here, here, and the mirror there. Over to the steering wheel. Now, the steering wheel does come leather wrapped inside the Accord as well. You still get the cruise control stuff on the right-hand side with the crash warning, as well as on the left-hand side, we have the voice control. You just don't have a source button, okay? You lose the source button on the Accord. We do have the regen paddles for both Civic and Accord, and you still have the same exact levers on that steering column. Look at that cluster. Another big thing that wins me over is the cluster, because it's full digital screen on the cluster. People would argue, but you can also change the info cards in the middle of those gauges. Over to the left-hand side of the dashboard, nothing going on, but remember I told you the tailgate lift button is there, or the cargo lid. Over to the door panel, this is what the door panel does look like. Looks a little bit more luxury, a little bit more wider on the door panel, and taller. Window switches and side mirror switches. Now we're pretty much done inside the front of this vehicle. Did I mention the legroom inside the front? 42 inches inside the Accord. So pretty much the same legroom in both. Let's talk about legroom in the back. Second row, legroom, 41 inches. So you're getting an extra 4 inches on the legroom inside the Accord. So that's another big one for people. You don't feel as claustrophobic back here because it does feel wider, more airy. Up top, again, my hair is touching that top liner, so pretty much the same. Armrest, cloth wrap with the squared off cup holders, but these cup holders are nicer because they're bigger and deeper. We still have those designs back here as well, so it does bring the front design over to the back. Civic didn't get this, it just got black. And then we have just one pocket on the back seat, same exact idea. Over to the center console, this is where it's different too, and this is where a lot of people will make their choice, is the air vents back here and the USB-C plugins, okay? And guys, I wanted to mention also, because of those lasfit liners, I hate to mention it again, but look at the driveline tunnel. This would get turfed if you didn't have that driveline cover. your kids, the dirt, the hair, whatever's getting on that, protect your driveline tunnel mat. So get that lasfit liner, all right? Now, as we like to do here at our channel at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu, here's the MSRP sticker. First to the Civic, again, guys, coming in at about $29,300. Pause that video, take a look at that sticker. And now here's the sticker to the Honda Accord, and this one's coming in at $33,655. So you're talking about $3,600, or sorry, about a $4,000 difference in between the Civic and the Accord, okay? Hopefully you guys like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as we truly need and appreciate your guys' support. I can't emphasize that enough as well. Hype up this video. Thank you so much, and God bless you.